Hey, best friend. Girl, what you doing?
Hey, the best squad. It's your girl, Ebony, the best. So, guys, can we talk for a minute? Let's talk about this. When I tell you that winter is not playing with Carlos King and Kingdom Reign,
You love all the girls. You love all the girls. You do.
I do love all the girls. Is that bad? So anyone who knows Carlos King, they know he will always be saying, I love the girls. But do you protect the girls? And Carlos, we know you don't protect the girls, right? So guys, y'all already listened to Queen Sheba's interview that she did with Winter. And Winter exposes Carlos with a lot of things, such as not protecting her, the producers not protecting her, men is up in her face, and we know because we saw Martell up in Mel's face not once, but more than 3 times, where men has to literally hold Martell back from going into Mel's face. So Carlos may love the girls, but you don't protect the girls. It's a difference. So what does Carlos do instead of addressing anything that Winter says? Oh, he had stated that, this reality show was going to take place and he didn't get any pink slip. And y'all know that Winter did say, well, this is a formal pink slip. And I'll also send him an email. So what he did, he removed her from the lineup. What manager in corporate or even reality TV does that? If one of your worker is saying that there's an issue, address the issue. But I can guarantee y'all this, at his show, which he lied about saying that it's sold out, it's not, with Tamar. I bet you he's going to bring it up and try to. And before I post this clip that I'm about to use, shout out to Queen Sheba for allowing us to, spread this and let it be known what's going on.
A reason that you have not shared or
Oh, when I tell you what I have experienced, I won't even take it back too long. Of course, we know that season 1 was tumultuous for me. That is not a secret if anybody watched season 1.
yeah.
That reunion was brutal.
I wanted to fight.
Everybody did.
I wanted to fight.
Everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
I've never recanted, and it makes me emotional, so I am gonna be.
Take your time.
I don't want to be a crybaby because that's silly.
It's okay.
So I remember filming that reunion. I was sitting in my chair, of course you guys know, and I was sitting essentially in the same chair I was sitting in that reunion. So this is like, of course we know the fellas, the husbands were going in. The only person who defended me was Chris. You guys saw that. The craziest thing, I was frozen. People always commend how I just sat there and took it. But I honestly mentally checked out of that moment. That is probably one of the most toxic verbal situations I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
I don't come from an abusive family. My dad was present. He treated us like queens and princesses growing up. So I was not used to men yelling and being that, in my opinion, aggressive. It was not stopped.
By who?
It wasn't stopped by Carlos. It wasn't stopped by production. It wasn't stopped by network. Let's be clear.
Okay.
Network was present and on site. I met every last one of them.
Okay. Similar to Martell Hope going off on set. I heard he put his hands on somebody, but go ahead. So it wasn't stopped.
It wasn't stopped. I remember, and at first I thought it was crazy. I'm not even kidding. I remember hearing one of the producers on set, as the men are yelling and calling me all sorts of whatevers, there's another man on set, he's a producer, yelling, "Get her, get her, get her, get her." And I was like, this is, I'm so, I, as God is my witness, I am.
Now, in a recent interview, Elaine asks Carlos about Martel's, behavior and how he's being blocked out. And he literally just bypassed the whole thing and went into a different thing talking about nobody can edit what they're seeing on TV. What you put out is what everybody's getting. Also, the embarrassment of Elaine even asking him about the $25 pay that his cast is getting. And literally, guys, if you go look at the video, he was stunned that someone asked him about the question. Also, he didn't want to discuss it. So, Carlos, what are you doing? How do you love the girls and this is happening into your kingdom reign?
Right? Because Martell don't be looking too good on your show either, do it? No, and listen, it's what you said too. He ain't a bad dude, right? He ain't horrible like he is he? Like, he looks horrible. Look, I think one thing about reality television, and you know this being on it for as long as you have, people love to blame editing, and I will always call that a crock of shit. No one can edit your behavior. No one can edit what comes out of your mouth. No one can edit a cry. No one can edit someone yelling. Like, no one can edit you to look a certain way. And no one, and I want to say this.
Because, she told me before that when women go to Africa, they sometimes go with quad or yandy or...
Oh, we want to be messy. Let's talk about how you pay them people $2,500.
Don't do it.
When you first start reality TV, you start out with really nothing, right?
We're not going to get into that because so we're good. They were good. Good.
But guys, like I said, if you want to hear the full story, you got to go over to Queen Sheba. She talked about the payment that they're receiving. And she said they just basically feel like they're being pimped out for nothing, for low payment. What Carlos should be talking about is how he don't take accountability himself, don't take accountability for nothing. Hence the reason Winter announced that she can't even discuss this anymore because it's in the hands of her lawyer and they advise her no more talking. Carlos goes around pretending blindly or acting blind like he don't see what's going on his show. And a prime example is this video that I'm going to post of us being at the podcast when Mel was talking to him, literally crying. And the rest is history because Martell is back on the show. Martell was forgiven for his bad behavior.
With someone, I was able to use that spotlight to constantly torment you.
Yes. We feel for you, ma'am.
And, I've never seen nothing like that. I ain't never seen nothing like that. And that at times, because I'm on a show and a shared platform, sometimes, Carlos, I felt like when y'all gonna step in.
Yes, that's how we feel. That's how we feel. Yes, 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 Carlos. Yes, Carlos. We feel that way, Melody. That's why we stand with you. That's why we stand with you, Mel. Yes. Don't pick up for her. Enough. We right here with you, Mel. It's abusive. We hear Mel.
I've had times when I just wanted to stay at home and in my room and not come out. But then I need to show up to work. My brother is here. He can attest this. I almost didn't even go to Houston. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And at times, there was a time I was upset with you.
We were, and we still are. We still upset. We still upset.
Because I felt like y'all don't see me. Like y'all don't see all of this is going on. Right.
At the workplace.
You know?
boyfriend, he would have been gone.
You know, there are some things I haven't talked about on this show, but I've talked about to you privately. That's real. And it almost started to feel like the chaos is being funded.
Don't make us cry, Mel.
And so thankfully to, you know, my family, my team.
To myself, who is the real Giselle Bryant? Will the real Giselle Bryant stand up? Because you a spoiled brat because she comes from money. When at the end of the day, all of you mothers on that stage are raising a Candace. All of you mothers on that stage are raising your children to grow with generational wealth. All of you women on that show are raising your children to not have to ask for a man to get a house. All of you women on that couch are raising your children to never depend on a man for money and to never depend on people to do things for them. So the fact that you weaponize the very thing that you're teaching your children not to do, and you set that girl up to feel so disregarded, makes me so upset for her, to the point she now has to figure out life for herself, and it makes me sad for her.
I understand everything you said.
So guys, as you see a pattern with Carlos, do y'all even think Carlos is embarrassed by any of this that's going on? Do you think he even still don't care that nobody's talking to him, or probably won't hit him until that lawsuit documents arrive to him, right? I had to cut the video short. If you want to see the full video, I already have it posted. I literally had to cut it short because this is where they had told us to turn the cameras off because whatever they were going to say was going to be filmed. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this content. Please share your thoughts. What do you think about all this? You know, again, do you even think Carlos cared anything about what these females, ladies in reality TV world is experiencing? And could this be the takedown of reality TV, especially for Carlos King?
At the stadium show going super hard, cause baby a superstar. Just bought a crib by the lake, off of the grid and out of LA. Spirit awake, life is amazing, don't waste a day. Learn from the L's and mistakes. Baby so glowed up, baby focused.